Hi, so in this short video we will talk briefly about how to solve exercises. For each notebook you will have a set exercises to solve. First notebook has really simple exercises, but it's worth discussing it for a while. So basically, always when you have these exercises, run all of the code which is required. Sometimes, like, you won't have to write all of the code in these exercises. You have exactly the same as in notebooks. You have text cells which explain to you what is happening, and you have some code which is sometimes written for you. So for instance, here we have, as we can see, understand from the text, we have 4 variables which have been already created and defined for you. So we have these 4 variables, and let's have a look at example exercise. So example exercise tells us that you have to calculate the account balance after purchasing one t-shirt. Okay, so now let's have a look at variables. We have a price of t-shirt, so most likely we will have to use it. And one hat, we also have a price of a hat. So basically subtract the price of the t-shirt, price t-shirt, and the hat, price of hat, from the starting account balance, starting balance. Okay, so it has been specified that this is our starting balance. In the exercise, they also ask us to assign the value to the variable example solution. So as you can see, the descriptions of your exercises will be very specific. So an example of a solution to this exercise would be something like this. So first, you compute the total cost of everything. So you add price of t-shirt to price of hat, to the price of hat, and then you subtract starting balance, total cost from starting balance. So if I run this code, everything is okay because I have created a variable which is called example solution, and it stores the result. What is important here? If you are subscribed to the course and submitting the results, this is like the most important thing. Look, if for example you have made a mistake, for instance, imagine here it was already prepared for you, example solution equals something, but sometimes later on in the course the exercises might be more difficult and it will be just written in the description of the exercise, compute something and name it like you want to. So if you make a mistake in the name of the variable, everything is okay. Okay, you computed the correct result. Here you see the correct result because let's imagine that you weren't writing everything like on your own, but you waited for the Python to suggest you the name. So you use the name also with the mistake. You've checked, everything is fine. You delete the cell, you submit the solution, and you get 0 points. Well, the problem might be that you didn't use the correct name which was specified in the exercise. And this is just one example of something like this. So try to be specific. I mean, we have created automatic tests for you so that you can check stuff more easily. You don't have to wait for us to check them by hand and give you an answer. You can do it and have an answer in 10 or 30 seconds. But what we ask in return, try to be specific. I mean, we kind of even don't ask, we kind of force you to do it because otherwise you don't want to get an answer. So this is how you should solve these exercises. And also try to be even more specific. I mean, if someone asks you to use a variable, use this variable. I mean, because you can of course solve this exercise also by putting by hand that this price of t-shirt should be 52.49, and you will still get the correct result. And in this week's notebook, this shouldn't make a difference in the tests. I don't promise you that it won't, but it shouldn't make a difference. But later on, this might cause problems. So basically, you are trying to become a programmer. So you are trying to build things which you can change and can work different depending on what scenario you decide to consider, and usually not some constant things which cannot be changed, and so on and so on. So let's change it into a correct version, like the most correct version for this notebook. And yeah, this is all. Try to solve the exercises which you have for this week. So they might be in one notebook if they are connected to each other. They might be in few notebooks. For each topic, you should have rather few notebooks, not just one notebook with exercises. And try to solve them and check if you understood everything covered in this first notebook about constant variables correctly. So thank you for your attention, and see you in the next videos.